just before we get to all the details on the cancellation of Novak Djokovic's visa, what is it about some religious groups in this country that think they're beyond current COVID rules? What is it? We've had several examples in the past 18 months of when individual church leaders have led their congregations, big and small, in illegal gatherings, singing sessions, or overly attended funerals. Well, the controversial Christian megachurch Hillsong is the latest to flout the rules, and they've done it in spades. Footage has emerged from inside Hillsong's youth summer camp event in Newcastle, north of Sydney. Hundreds of people were seen singing, dancing and partying in what was far from a prayer meeting and more like a rock concert. Of course, church gatherings are permitted, music festivals are not. They weren't wearing masks and there wasn't a scrap of social distancing. Talk about entitled. The New South Wales Premier was unimpressed.
I mean, I was completely shocked last night to see that footage. And New South Wales Health was dealing with that last night, and I think I echo the frustration and anger that people right across the state felt. What has got us through the last 2 years has been the efforts and sacrifices that many have made. Well, the authorities will work through that, and my view is if the legal teams believe that it was in breach of the public health order, then my expectation would be that a fine would be in place by the police force.
Well, at this stage, there's no sign of police charges. There should be. But Hillsong management replied to the anger today with a very entitled attitude. It stated, the event is not similar to a music festival in any way. Well, sorry, if it looks like a music festival and it sounds like a music festival, it is a music festival. They stated a video circulating on social media reflects a few minutes of this part of the program. We follow strict COVID procedures and adhere to government guidelines. Church leaders are not only entitled at Hillsong, they are blind. Despite their ridiculously embarrassing response, they've agreed with health and police in New South Wales and their request to stop the same kind of gatherings. What grates even more, though, is that the current rules outlaws all forms of public music and entertainment performances. And out-of-work performers who've had a real bad time during this pandemic have every reason to call it a double standard.
I very much appreciate the sacrifices those festival organisers have made, but I can completely understand how outraged they would be in circumstances where they're doing the right thing and others are doing the wrong thing.
Now, today, New South Wales Health Minister Brad Hazzard slammed the event, which he deemed is in breach of public health orders, even though new health orders brought into effect last week allows religious gatherings. The minister said it goes against the spirit and intent of the order, which is in place to keep the community safe. Fair enough. Now, it's a bit of a grey area of the law, and maybe police won't issue a fine because of that. But religion and God are not immune from the laws of the land, especially when the laws are attempting to save lives. Hillsong, which has been dogged by controversy in recent years, including a scandal engulfing its high-profile leader, Brian Houston, it needs to wake up to itself. God might be on their side and prayer can be pretty empowering, but how about they spread their love to the rest of the population?